Hi, I'm JW Muller, aka Bruno, and a dear friend, Brigitte Gauthier, wonderful scriptwriter. We met in Cannes many years ago, and she has created such an incredible story. It's around terrorism and counter-terrorism, all of these aspects, and she asked me just to, of course, we have our attitudes and our thoughts and but what she's very good at doing is, she said, okay, specifically, pick a film that really evokes terrorism and counter-terrorism. So this is such an emotive topic, and it's not just emotive in the world of film or storytelling, but it's emotive to all of us, and it's so current. So the film that I love as a film, and I love I love I don't mean I love the content. I love it in a way that it really it moves you. It moves you in a way that films should move you. So the Mauritanian is a film that is set post 9/11 2001. It's starring Jodie Foster as the lawyer, the legal representative for Mahamadou, and also Benedict Cumberbatch. I think one of his very early films. Such a great and now that I've mentioned those names, I should probably mention more of them. But anyway, there was such a great cast that showed how how our fear is, we can turn into what we fear most, or what we're trying to apprehend, what we're trying to it's possible for humanity and for humankind actually to turn into the very thing that we're trying to get rid of. And what I mean by that is, if you look at the atrocities of 9/11, 2001, and all of the fear, the politics that were going, all of that. This film, The Mauritanian, shows Mahamadou, who is the protagonist. And of course it's a real life story. The politics and what happened was a guy who, the reason it's called Mauritania is because he was from the west side of Africa, Mauritania, was suddenly taken away from his family because there was, some idea that he had, whatever. What it does, it shows this family and what politics and our fear. I remember 2001, and also feeling what the whole world felt. I also remember. A recent convert to Islam. I was working in publishing at the time, and I could feel the guilt that this person, this girl felt. She had just married someone and she'd converted to Islam. Now, just for the record, I have no religion. I respect and all of this, and of course, what this really shows is that we can turn into, terrorism, counter-terrorism can turn into the actual, can turn into we become the thing that we're trying to eradicate, if you look at this, it's such an interesting and contradictory, wonderful. That's why it's such a wonderful storyline. And when I say wonderful, but I'm saying how crass, how unorthodox, how illegal. Just rounding up somebody because they may or may not have been involved, and and there was a place in Guantanamo Bay, which is still is the U.S. territory in Cuba. I think they called it Gitmo, and by rounding up all of these, suspects, the politicians were leaning on them to make this, so the public would feel that everybody is being served, but counter to that, the reality is that anybody was rounded up and they were put in a place, and they were held without trial. They were held in a way that showed torture, and the way they got away with it was because it was Gitmo, right? And so there was no legal the illegality didn't exist there because it wasn't under the US laws or whatever. So what happened was Mohamedou was in a Guantanamo Bay detention camp, and was tortured, beaten. What they needed to appease the atrocity that went on. But by trying to do that, what they did was innocents were there's a term, I don't know if that's still relevant now, but like a kangaroo court, you know, and beyond what we as human beings know is fair and right. We know that the atrocities going back to 9/11, 2001 to today, right? I've just arrived here from London. Today is 2025. We're in October. It really gives you a sense that you can't let fear overrule your sense of justice, because you can't fight fire with fire. In fact, if you want to fight fire, you need water, right? The film inspired me, following Bridget saying, you know, to choose a film, and this is not because you know, it's the opposite of defending how we act as human beings. It's, you know, you know, of course, we need to find the guilty people, and we need to look. We need to end hatred, right? But you can't fight hate with hate, and this is what the film exposed. Incredible narrative arc and incredible acting, and so powerful. Jodie Foster, Benedict Cumberbatch, Mohamedou, who was played by, and also the director, Kevin MacDonald. Really, how he directed this film was not to give it any glamour, any whatever. You know, he really just put that to the side and told a story like it is, and that was clearly. I respect Kevin MacDonald massively for being able to direct the film in such a way that avoided all of the usual traps that would make such a film. Yeah, it's a film that moves you because of Kevin MacDonald's directorship, and of course the talent that portray what was a true story. Look, you can't fight fire with fire. You can't fight hate with hate. The only solution, right, is to realize, you know, hatred begets more hatred, right? Fire pour more fire on fire. What are you going to get? You're going to get more fire. So this is a beautiful example of that, and the narrative, you know, and how this film finalizes is that you know, eventually this chap Mohamedou Ould Slahi, which was based on his memoir. So this is a true story, and he was held from 2002 to 2016. So that's like, what, 14 years without trial. He was tortured, persecuted, and you know, it moves you because it shows good people just turning into bad people when the very thing they want to save is you know, is our you know, we want justice, but you can't have justice through injustice. And I think Kevin Macdonald has done such an excellent job with that. So I'm JW, and I met Brigitte Gauthier. I respect and I love her ability to tell stories, and we connected in Cannes circa. I think in 2012 maybe, and then during COVID, but she shared with me what she was working on, and I was fascinated as always, and so. Fast forward to today, we're now working with Brigitte and her amazing way of storytelling, and how she's now shaping the story. And of course, we're living in a time where this isn't kind of, history, whatever, everything that we're talking about and that Brigitte is talking about is still, the realizations and the, why, to fight evil, do we need to be evil to, is there evil, or is there misguidance? 2001, we didn't have, Web 2, we didn't have, so this was, but now you're seeing so many situations that people are getting indoctrinated, and, from social media and all of this, and all they are, in my humble opinion, brainwashing is not one side. The other side, the counter-terrorism, can get brainwashed. So we've got terrorism, we've got counter-terrorism, and there's brainwashing. And what terrorists, what counter-terrorists, they think they're doing the right thing. Ultimately, this is the very essence of the problem. And until we can talk about what isn't so palatable to talk about, this will go on. So I think the stories like Brigitte is creating, I think is so important, because one wrong doesn't make a right, and who is right, we can't fight fire with fire. God bless.